Hey there, I'm Becca Marino.
I'm Kirsten Cannon.
And I'm Shanytel Weathersby.
Yes, and we're here today for our Share My Story project. We come from a nonprofit organization known as BWV, INSIDEOut Incorporated, which stands for Beauty, Worth, and Value from the Inside Out. So today we're going to talk a little bit about just that.
Okay, Shanytel, why did you decide to participate in the Share My Story project?
Well, everybody has a story. It's a learning experience so that young girls or women will learn from experience that I may have had or somebody else may have had that I've known. So I want to be a positive role model and show my support and letting everybody know, you don't have to be perfect to be perfect, if that makes any sense.
Yes, well that's great, and thank you for being here.
You're welcome, thank you.
Have you ever struggled with any body image issues?
I have. Growing up, I was super thin, and I don't really know if it's a struggle. It was a struggle for me because I was called, skinny, tall. Didn't have many friends because of it. Didn't have a social life because of it. Not only that, people made fun of the way that I was made, in the sense of you don't have any, black girls, supposed to have a booty. I don't have a booty, that type of thing. So I've had to listen to that, and really, it was a struggle, and it's still a struggle, but now I have to accept, that that's who I am. I love who I am. I can't change it. It is what it is, and move on. So.
Do you mind could you go a little bit more into, you said it's still a struggle? Like what you mean?
Because you see women with this picture perfect body, and sometimes I'm like, okay, really, and then sometimes it's like, okay, that's Photoshop, and then sometimes, okay, she looks really nice. I compare myself to other people, in a sense. So sometimes it's a struggle when you see certain things and you want to look a certain way.
Right.
Like right now, I'm really working on my abs, trying to get those tones. So it's really hard for me when I see, okay, somebody with a six-pack and I'm not there yet.
Okay.
But I work hard and I push myself. It's not a mental thing, or I'm not overly obsessive about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm going to get there, but sometimes that's a struggle for me because I want to look a certain way, and I know people out there might look at the same way. I'm not a Beyonce. I'm not going to be a Beyonce, but some people might want to be that or try to be that way. Or I can't think of they just had one celebrity on the news. I cannot. Ally McBeal, I think, and they were showing how picture perfect her body was, and she's super thin. And I don't want to be super thin and not be healthy.
Right.
So, that's my inner emotional struggle.
All right.
Sometimes.
So I have another deep kind of question.
Okay.
What is it that happens once we get to that place where you have that six-pack abs, and what does that mean for us?
Just accomplishing something, setting a goal and accomplishing it for me is going to be a good thing. That's what I hope to do. I've never had a six-pack. I've never had that picture perfect body. I don't think, actually, let me go back. The body that I have is going to be picture perfect because it's my body. It's not Beyonce's or Kelly's or whomever, and being comfortable with that. So at that point, that's what I want. And so I'll be comfortable with it. I'll be happy, not that I'm not happy now, but that's my goal.
Awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Have you ever known anybody else who has struggled with body image issues?
Yeah. Let me go back a little bit. Growing up, my genes, I took primarily from my mom's side. Not really tall, but just some of the genetics. My dad's side of the family are obese. And my sister got those genes. So yes, right now, currently, she is struggling with her weight. She goes up and down with her weight. She is obese. She's had 2 knee surgeries. So, when I look at her, I try to encourage her to do better, to eat better. But she has little babies, so it's hard because, and you want them to be healthy. But, it's hard because they want junk. And when you buy that and if you're surrounded by that, you tend to eat that. And she's going through a hard time right now. So, of course, you know, you have to deal with that, not, you know, with mental issues. So it's really hard for her to get up and go work out because of the other issues that she may be having. I encourage her, but I mean, it's all in what that person wants to do. So you gotta want it. You gotta want it. So yeah, I do know other people, and that's just one of my sisters.
On your survey, you said that you weren't happy with your current size. Why is that, or could you tell us more about that?
At the time when I did the survey, I was not. Since then, I've changed a lot of different things. I've modified pretty much how I eat, what I eat. Not perfect, in moderation, but I try to watch what I eat. So I have slimmed down a little bit more. Working with Coach, I've toned up a little bit more, and I can tell my endurance is a little bit better. Some days are better than others, but you know, at the time, I was not happy with the survey. And I think it's all because the image that's put out there, especially with designers, with clothing. I like a couple of designers, and their sizes may be a little bit smaller than other designers. So I feel like when I'm putting on my clothes, okay, I got to fit into this, which may be a okay size or normal size, but it's a size smaller than what normally a designer would have. So I feel like, okay, I've gained weight, I can't get in. Then I realize, oh, okay, no, this is the same size. I'm not buying another size. And sometimes I will buy a size smaller if I know I'm working out and I'm working hard to get to a goal. I will buy a size smaller just to get in it, to meet my goal.
That was something else that I wanted to ask about, because you said that you have clothes in your wardrobe that you plan to, you know, work into.
Yeah.
Is most of that just motivation to work harder? Do you think that helps, or just could you tell me more about that?
Just to work harder, because I have both sides. I'm a bit of a unofficial hoarder. I don't like to
That's a whole other show.
I don't like to give clothes away. And when I do, it's like, dang it, I needed that. But if they're absolutely too big, like I just went through my scrubs, and I bought new scrubs for a new job, and then I went through the box, and I was like, oh, that's a medium. I can still wear that. Why am I giving that away? So I didn't give it away. But the other, I mean, if it's absolutely too big, then no. But I do have some clothes that are a tad too small, and then I work harder in boot camp to get in them, or I may adjust for a period of time what I eat to get in them.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can.
My first question is the clothes that have been in your closet, that are in your closet, that are too small. Mm-hmm. How long have they been there? From what time period? Like, is it from when you were? Is it 5 years ago? Is it a year?
Maybe
longer.
Maybe, because I mean, different depending on everybody's situation. And my situation is probably similar to everybody else's. They go through things, so they gain weight.
Right.
So that's pretty much my situation. So I don't get rid of anything. Particularly, I'm a hoarder of jeans.
Okay.
So
you and me both.
I don't get rid of them. I just hold on to them and work my way back into them. So actually, I don't have anything too small now. At the time I did. I can actually wear the jeans that I couldn't wear now. And then it's so funny. I'm a jean hoarder, so I like jeans. So I'm shopping online for jeans, and I go in my closet, and I have 3 pair of jeans that I haven't even worn. I'm like, why am I buying new clothes? I need to wear what I have. So, and the sizes that I have. So.
Do you use any other measures to sort of help motivate or fuel your, I guess, healthy living? Because it sounds. Yeah.
I do.
Okay. What are they?
Recently, I just started my own business, health and wellness products. Is through Arbonne, and they're a 100% vegan company. Vegan products. They have cosmetics, facial products, protein shakes, 7-day cleanse, detox, energy boost. I mean, all of that different stuff. So lately, what I've started to do within the last month or so is I have a protein shake maybe once or twice a day, along with some fiber. Just eating
as
healthy.
A snack or like as a meal?
As a meal in the morning after workout. When I get back, I have a protein shake with whatever flavor that I want for the day, and then I still eat. And I eat what I want. I just eat in moderation. Which I'm not a heavy eater. If I go out of town, I may save all my luxurious snacks and stuff for splurging when I go out of town. But pretty much if I'm here, I try to eat right. And everybody that knows me knows that I try to eat, I try to follow that and I try to eat right. My one weakness is sweets. I think that's everybody. Everybody's okay. Sweets. But I try to take that in moderation too. So.
When you say that you eat what you want, is the protein shake something that you want to eat, or are you having those as like a means to an end?
No, that's something that I want because I want to build muscle and I want to be healthier. And it's a vegan protein shake, so I'm getting all the nutrients that I need. And not only am I using that, I use the facial products. So, I mean, anything that's going into my system right now is 100% vegan, organic. So, trying to eliminate some of the toxins so I can feel better and have more energy.
You had mentioned America's Next Top Model as a positive message out there for women and girls. Why do you say that?
Well, that came to mind because I used to watch America's Next Top Model a lot. And I just know personally from the message that Tara sets out on the show, she's not a fan or promoter of bulimic or anorexic models or individuals. I think there's been a couple of issues on the show where those people, they've had a couple of models that were throwing up and she's had to correct some of those behaviors. There's even been a top model that has been plus size. And Tara herself, after she stopped modeling, she gained a lot of weight, but then she turned around and said, she needs to be healthy. So she started changing what she's eating and started working out, and she's slimmer. And then one incident, I know that when one of the models won, her name was Danielle. She went to a photo shoot, and the photographer said that you're too fat. And she's really thin. So Tara said, well, you're not going to lose any more weight. What we're going to do is start working out and toning out so we can be, more healthy, so we can have the appearance of being a little bit more smaller. And to me, I mean, just working that type of image to me, or that type of advice to me, says that she promotes healthy living or a healthy lifestyle, and she wants them, anything that's for CoverGirl, has to be pretty much positive. So, that's the type of individuals that I think, that are on the show or that they promote.
I'm not familiar. I mean, I've heard of it, but I haven't seen much of it. Would you say, is there like diversity as far as shapes and sizes go?
Oh, yeah. On the show? Yeah. Yeah, okay. There is.
I think I would disagree with that from what I've seen. I mean, yeah, different like hair colors and stuff, but they're all the same, like around the same height and build and everything, except for the season when it was like models under 5'6" or models.
Now I haven't seen it in a while. When I was watching, because one of the models, it was cut, like Takara was on there. She's a plus size model. I mean, so when I was watching it, there were a variety, because Takara was on there. Young, different ages. I can't remember the model name. That one that was a plus size model, Whitney, I believe, but she won. She was a plus size model. So right. I don't watch it that often.
It was just interesting to me that they had a whole season of.
They do have some, and they have some that are. No, it was not a whole season of plus size models. It was her and then regular models. She had to compete with everybody else. It wasn't just a whole show of plus size models. But since then, there have been a show, I think, of just all petites. Mm-hmm. I think I did see that, but we all have our own opinion.
I saw you tilt your head.
I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Listening.
Just thinking. Mm-hmm. Another positive message you mentioned was celebrities getting healthier, is what you said. But I know all the celebrities you mentioned were people who have had a large weight loss.
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson is one.
Yeah. Is
Mariah.
that why you say they're healthier, or are there other things that make them so?
Well, I mean, just the appearance. I mean, when you go from being obese to the size that you are, and you promote weight loss through Jenny Craig or whatever, one can only assume that they're healthier and they're following the program. I don't know, because I mean, I'm not there in their lives.
Right.
But that's the image that they're promoting. Not only that, Michelle Obama is promoting healthy living in the schools, trying to eliminate all the snack foods. And I think, I'm not sure, but I know across the country they've taken out the snack machines. I know in my son's school they've taken out the snack machines. I know a couple of years ago Michelle Obama visited a school in Mississippi to promote ending childhood obesity. So I know that there's some celebrities that are doing some good, in the community in eliminating obesity or body images, or promoting positive body images.
So you'd say that diet plans like Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers and all that stuff, that's promoting better body image and health?
Well, I think it's a start. I don't really know if that stuff works because I don't do it. I've heard, like Weight Watchers, I know a couple of people that are on Weight Watchers, and while they were on it, they ate better. They watched what they ate, they worked out. So, that's a start. That's promoting something positive, even if it's within that own person saying, okay, well, to maximize what I need to do to get healthier, I need to work out. Even if Jenny Craig didn't initiate that. That's the type of mindset that they had, and they followed through with that, and they lost weight.
Okay. So, is what I'm hearing, is dieting normal then? Is that a normal way of life?
Well, I think with Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers, they pretty much eat whatever they want to eat, right? I'm not too familiar with the system. Do they not eat certain things and call dieting, or?
No, it's a lot of tracking. And my mom does Jenny Craig. She did Nutrisystem. I grew up with dehydrated burgers going in the free microwave, adding water, and then out came like a chia pet. It was like, wow, that's
kind of like military
yeah,
care packages. Okay.
Jenny Craig Weight Watchers, they're programs, and you either are doing points or Jenny Craig. My mom, you open her freezer and it's boxes of food. This is not organic, real, natural. This is points and boxes of food. And you're not learning to be intuitive. You're not learning healthy habits. You're being given a menu plan full of their products.
Okay.
And, so I think that's what's contributing, and that's why the name of this documentary at the moment is like, dieting is not normal, and you look damn good, because it's not. We're not meant to expend all this energy and time counting points and keeping track of calories. Food's meant to be enjoyed. Our bodies, I believe, have a natural tendency to be well when we do what we're supposed to. We can eat the treats, and as long as we've got great nutritional value in the majority of the foods, we don't even have to think about it.
Right. And I see that point.
So I guess I feel like that stuff fuels the fire. It's fueling the body image fire, and it's fueling the poor healthy habits fire. But like you said, that's just my personal opinion. That's exactly why we're here, to get a better understanding of everybody's experience and opinion.
And like I said, most people that I know that are doing it, because where I work, they do it. I don't know if they order the meals, but it does promote get up and exercise. And most of the people that I know that are doing it, Weight Watchers, they do Weight Watchers where I work, they are exercising.
So they're kind of using it as a catalyst for some positive change. Yeah. And the hope is that it's going to result in lifestyle habits that eventually will.
Right.
So that's where you're coming from.
Which may not always be a good thing, because those meals are full of salt. So a lot of their weight, if they do lose, it's still water.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Do you think kind of to segue off of that, do you think the media has an influence on how girls and women feel about themselves?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Whether it's a positive or negative, they do. on everything. They do. They do.
Okay. Keep going with that.
I mean, they just, whether it's positive or negative, whoever they choose to talk about that day. I mean, girls see that, women see that, and like I said before, and they want to be that person, but they just need to understand that they are who they are, and they're beautiful being who they are, and accept that.
Okay, so easier said than done.
Yeah.
Now, because we're rock stars and we're going to save the world, we're going to impact the media, and we're going to hopefully change some of those messages.
Okay.
But while it's super powerful and it can totally influence positive or negative, who else do you think has the power and ability to influence us? And it starts young, because if we can build that healthy filtering muscle in kids, so that when they see these things and they're bombarded at school, or when they want to go get their school picture taken, and their mom checks, I'm paying $10 to remove blemishes, they're going to be okay with that and realize that, you know what I'm saying?
That's setting an example.
So the media.
My mom wants to Photoshop my face. In second grade.
I mean, we laugh, but my gosh, if that was me, I'd be like,
why?
I mean, that's telling us
that we're not perfect.
You know,
we're not okay being who we are.
And someone said the other day that I have all respect for. They're like, dude, you're a kid. Your hair's supposed to be all over the place, and you're growing up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's.
So I remember it came out when I was in like 5th or 6th grade, and where it was the option. It was like, Mom, can I please do this? She was like, are you crazy? Absolutely not. And you know, I think that should be every parent's reaction if the child is asking about it, and.
Right.
It shouldn't be the parent being like, yes, I want this taken off.
Right. And I think a big promoter or encourager are their peers, our peers, the people that, like me, I can promote all day long. You know, everybody knows that I work out. Everybody's seen the videos. Everybody's seen the pictures. But I can't get anybody to do anything. Why? You see, I'm eating right, but you're eating Wendy's or, Jack Purtle's. Why? It's a lifestyle, right? It's a lifestyle, and when they're ready, no matter how much I tell them, doesn't matter what I say. When they're ready, then it's up to them.
Yep.
So,
do you think that parents or guardians or whoever is raising the child can impact, and if you're comfortable sharing, was that something that influenced you as far as
eating?
As far as what defined beauty for you, and like, why is it when you came home, because you were tall, and I guess what you said, that your culture, if you don't have a big breasts or booty, it's considered not the norm.
It's not
and
the
they
norm.
make fun of you, they pick on you.
Right.
And so
that was my family most of the time, making fun of me. So I
believe
didn't feel
in a healthy sense of humor, but
no.
even
when I think about it, I mean, it was, and it was. I mean, I felt bad. I felt bad because I didn't have that, and you had the social life, you had the boyfriend, I didn't. So I felt bad. So, but as far as my mom, I don't really think my mom had any opinion about how I looked or the way I looked, I mean, she just loved us regardless.
Yeah.
Of course, I grew up from a home that we had our own garden, so we had, everything was fresh. So, but, I mean, the issue was still there genetically for my sister, because it was just her genetic makeup. On my dad's side of the family, I mean, they're all obese.
They're different shapes and sizes.
Right.
That's so powerful. That's so powerful. Two people in the same family.
Same family. Yeah.
Well, that's what it's all about. Diversity within shapes and sizes.
And it's so funny because I was at work and I didn't feel good, and my blood pressure was sky high, and I was like, "There's no way I work out. I don't have hypertension." And he was like, "It's genetic." I was like, how can I do this, and I do this. And he was like, it's genetic, which I do have that in my family on my mom's side. So it's just genetic.
Genetics.
Two different people, different, same family, two different people, two different sizes, two different personalities. I mean, everything is just different.
Diverse and beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have you had any specific experiences that you can remember in which the media affected the way that you view yourself?
No, not really. Other than what I talked about earlier, when I look at a couple of people, okay, I wish I looked like that. Some of the people know I really don't care. I mean, I'm happy with, who I am and where I am at this point in my life, and working on my goal, but not really. Doesn't really affect me. And I think it was Allie, the girl that played on Ghost Whisper. They were talking about Jennifer Love Hewitt. They were talking about how perfect her body was just yesterday, and I'm looking. I'm like, and what she does pole dancing, and I'm looking. I'm like, she's not toned. She doesn't.
Talking about her because over the last couple years, her
she
weight
was,
has gone
yes,
up and down
exactly.
A lot, and whatever it is,
exactly.
all this stuff like, oh my gosh,
yes.
she's huge, and oh
they
no,
were
she's
talking
lost
about
this weight,
pictures,
she looks
yeah.
great. Then she gains weight again. They're like, she looks awful.
Just yesterday, and then I thought about that when they took pictures of her and her fiance, boyfriend, or whoever it was, on the beach.
Yes.
And she had the swimsuit on. They were talking about how much weight she gained. Now she has a picture perfect body. So, yeah. But that's the media.
Yeah. Well, it's
whatever story sells at the moment.
Yeah. How, all of us everyday people are affected by it. But
right.
even the people that they're talking about, that's why there are a lot of celebrities with all kinds of
So I'm sure after those pictures were posted, she had to do something. I mean, it affected her. Even though, she said it didn't. She was happy with who she was. Obviously, she wasn't, because she started exercising or whatever, and now she's taking pictures with a skirt and a bra on, I'm like, okay.
Totally logical.
So, yeah.
Two things. One, the media definitely has a huge impact. But we are responsible for watching it and buying into it and running to the store and, letting it happen. So it's like, yeah, we want to change the messages, but at the same time, we're responsible. And we can say no to letting ourselves buy into the BS that we see all over the place.
Right.
My question to you is, what do you think it will take? I know you're not obsessed. I'm hearing that. But I do hear there's still painful moments. And to me, I believe that there doesn't need to be a painful moment in anybody's life because, we're going to feel icky. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have a uncomfortable day. But that's all it needs to be.
Right.
So what do you think it would take for you to be at a point where you'll see these same pictures that you see when you compare yourself to them. It's a little painful for a few minutes.
Right.
But where you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, cool, works for them. And then...
I'm at that moment now. Accepting who I am and moving on.
Okay, so
Just looking at it, okay, well, she looks nice. And moving on. Not really comparing myself. I don't have to compare myself.
Tell me, what in the world, okay, because this is something that can help a lot of people. Mm-hmm. What was it that allowed you to get to that place? If you can remember or maybe share a tip or something for other women out there who struggled but overcame it.
Realizing that I'm not them and they're not me. We don't have the genetic makeup. We don't have the same genes. They are who they are. I am who I am, and accepting that and moving on and just being proud of that. I'm never going to look like somebody else. And that's what most people fail to realize. Not only looking like somebody, people want to be and act like different people. I should feel comfortable being and acting in who I am and understanding that I am who I am and they are who they are, and that's all you can do.
Woo! Girl, that was awesome. Hello.
Now we just need everybody.
I know.
Like that.
That was great, man.
Do you have any ideas about what can be done so that mindset can be fostered in other people?
Stop listening to negativity. And just, stop harboring or fostering or listening, whatever you want to call it, to negative thoughts. Stop listening to the media, or realizing that the media is getting paid to do that, to promote or demote whatever's going on. That's what they get paid to do. Not only a media in the sense of the paparazzi or the, what do they call it, the fashion media but just the news. Nothing is good is on the news. If you realize there is nothing new, when you turn the news on, it is exactly what is the news, and it's all bad. Everything that's gone wrong during the day or in the world.
It's kind of sick. 'Cause
nothing good. And we see that, and we live by that, but sometimes we just need to walk away from that and let go and try to be positive and spread that. And my thing, I've been on this kick of stop or trying to eliminate certain behaviors. Some behaviors is just unacceptable. And if we go along with it and we don't say anything, then we're okay with it. And I'm not okay with it. So I'm going to say something. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's who I am. I try to be positive. It doesn't always come off that way. People doesn't always appreciate my opinion or my positive energy, but it is what it is, and this is who I am, and it's not going to change.
Yes, more applause.
That's a real applause, by the way.
Slow clap.
All right, so thanks for tuning in to our Shanytel W Share My Story Project interview. All right, in the meantime, always remember, BWV, beauty, worth, and value from the inside out.